And what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Vintage Geeking Games here. Wow, Vintage Gaming Geeks, if I can only say my own handle correctly, my goodness. Welcome to Minecraft. So, this series, I wanted to be kind of starting this for quite some time, as far as, picking up a game that I love to death. I play online with a bunch of friends of mine on our own private server, and I kind of wanted to come into my own world and kind of do my own thing. So I wouldn't have to worry too much about how, if my build's coming too close to a friend of mine, it's like, ooh, do I have to go and do anything? But our server currently is sitting on, I think, 1.23.4 or something like that. So we're a couple of updates behind. And I more or less have been keeping myself blind to what they've been adding. I mean, granted, I say more or less because you get the login screen and it shows you like new features and stuff like that. So I know that there are different cows and chickens and stuff like that. That's about as much as I know. But I love this spawn point. I absolutely love it. I mean, I got a war motion right here, which is fantastic. I got a village over here, which is really cool. Savannah right next to it. So, and a mesa and all the glass makings in this. I'm not too sure. Is this a desert? Oh, nope, wrong button. F3. There we go. Yeah, so I even got a desert really close by. Oh, this looks really, really gorgeous now. I like this a lot. Oh, cool. They even put in cactus flowers. Can I gather it without silk touch? That's the question. Well, let me do this actually. Oh, you can. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna gather up ow. Already hurt myself. I'm gonna gather up some cactus now so I can make up a cactus farm later on. Lots of sugarcane. Gonna need quite a bit of that for when I get my trading hall done. 11 should be good for the time being. We also touched water. So we got our recipe for a boat. But for now, I'm going to swim my way over to this little village. Hopefully, it's not an abandoned one. If it was an abandoned one, I really be really disappointed if it was, to be honest. Oh, all this reef? Okay. So I'm thinking about coming out here and picking up some of this stuff for some pathway blocks later down the road. It doesn't look abandoned, so that's a plus. So I'm already having huge, huge build ideas for this little area. Um, I try to go and build in a cottagecore style. So plenty of cottages around, making it I don't like to call it cutesy necessarily. It's a really nice aesthetic, more like a country aesthetic is how I like to look at it. But I want to go and see what this village has to offer first. Hopefully it's got a blacksmith. That'd be really nice if it had one just right off the jump. But plenty of mountain ranges everywhere. Come on. It's a blessing and a curse to be put into a desert biome like that. It's already midday already. Okay, hopefully I can get over there before nightfall. That'd be nice. Because there's absolutely no trees over there. So I was like, and it looks like it goes from desert to mesa into a savanna and excuse me, plains maybe? Just maybe. It looks like the hills back over behind that house right back here is yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's plains. Okay, so I got very lucky with the sea placement here. And thankfully, I managed to figure out my sound problem. I generally don't play with my sounds on the server that I play on online because it's just so much, excuse me, sheesh, So much noise. Oh, good, it's not abandoned. Good, I see a villager now. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And with having this here, this is actually going to really... Oh, cool. Even got some dolphins, too. Sweet. But yeah, this little lagoon, I guess you could call it. I mean, that's what I'm going to call it. It's a lagoon for the most part. It's really going to help out with some farms later on. I plan on doing a big old creeper farm later on for whenever I finally beat the dragon and go and get my wings. All right, guys, what do you have? Got some wheat going. I will take the hay bales, though. We'll make some bread for now. Got some cats that'll help out later on, keeping the creepers away. Oh, we got some melon seeds too. That's good. All right. This is a really oddly generated. Yeah, this is a very weird. Whoa, whoa, ow! An armadillo! Oh, that's cool. I didn't look up the. Let me help you. Let me help you. I get some blocks because I want to save this little armadillo here. Priorities, absolute priorities. There you go, buddy. Oh, there was another one over here too. Okay. I didn't participate in the voting for what the next passive mod should have been for Minecraft. I should have, but that's a nice little surprise. I got a little bread here, empty maps. You know, that's paper. If I have a cartographer already, which is fantastic, I'm gonna wait on using that map. And throughout this series, I want to kind of have like a progressive map. That's what I'm thinking of. So I'll do like a little snapshot. Give me this, thank you. And slowly add to like a big old map room, maybe. That might be a good idea. Ooh, a grindstone. All right, so we have a toolsmith here. But this is a decently sized village, so it's going to be a bit of a bear. 18 from Bane of Arthropods. That's not exactly a good trade, but any good trades? That's the that's the real question. Okay, so we have two toolsmiths from the looks of things. What else do we got? Another cartographer. Hey, first bundle. All right. And a couple more bits of bread. We'll take that. I need to eat. There we go. All right, we're full up for now until I can make a proper farm. I'll take a couple of torches, some saplings, another bundle. Hey, a saddle. More seeds. That's actually a really cool looking chicken for the reskins. So I think that's the warm biome chicken. I think that's what it's called. I've done a little research into it as far as like what things are called. Are you guys making another kid? Kind of can't make one, can you? I stole one of your beds. Hmm. All right, so no carrots, which is really kind of annoying. No, another bundle. Oh, the leaves falling. That's right. It feels like a modded thing, but this is fully 100% vanilla. This is nothing fancy. Lots of brown sheep. Okay, so I'm thinking, I am thinking about setting up here. Generally, how I do my stuff is I legitimately just pop a bed down. Oh, those are cool looking. This is actually really quite cool. If they were fuzzy, kind of like the Scottish Highlander cows that you can find, that would have been a nice touch. But I guess that's more of a cold biome thing, really. Huh. All right, let's go ahead and pop that. Give me that. Thank you. Okay, so let's pop that. Get this going. Let's make some planks. Give me a crafting table. And I'm gonna have to make a makeshift mine. Going downwards. Make some more planks. A group of sticks. Give me that. And give me an axe, actually, as well. Because I'm gonna clear this place out. And I'm gonna have to fill in a bunch because having this little, well, probably not actually. I'm gonna have to. How much space is up here actually? Let me check. Hey, we even got some pumpkins up here. Oh, this is actually a lot bigger. I might just set my house up here. My first little starter base. I might need to. No, I don't have to do anything really. This terrain works quite well. And I can make a little pathway coming down through here and down into the village. Because this place is going to become a much larger port town. Yeah, because there's plenty of resources here, and I love the actual crescent moon of the lagoon here. It actually works quite well with my ideas that I have for the town I want to build. So, what I'm going to do, we're going to pop this up here before I forget. And it's kind of interesting, the simple fact of having those bundles. They actually act more of a, oh, what is it? Kind of like a mini shulker box in a way. Kind of. So, all right, folks. I'll be right back after I get all this stuff cleared out up here and potentially having um not a complete home, but one that's really close. We'll make it in the crafting table. Excuse me. We're gonna have a ton of those everywhere. Get some more food so I don't starve. But yeah, I'll be right back with hopefully the start of my first starter home. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, it's been a little bit of time since I kind of started. I went and cleared out this entire hillside right here so that I can get the actual, um, at least get the start of my house going. So I got walls up and my bed's already inside, so that's a safe spot for me. Start a little bit of a wheat farm using the natural terrain. We'll finish using the rest of these seeds that I got. There we go. And the pathway blocks, I mean, they're okay for right now until I can actually get the wheat going. And then I'm thinking about using like a mixture of mud, packed mud, as kind of like a, oh, hey, people are coming in from over here on a trade route coming over here into the port city that I'm going to be building here in the lagoon section. You know, I'm thinking of probably calling this place Crescent Port now that I'm thinking about it. It's not a bad idea. I mean, if you guys have ideas for the name of this place, go ahead and pop them down into the comments below. But I think I actually like the, oh, well, oh, that was before I, not the torch. Thank you, seats. 'Cause that's right there. I just put the composter right above a waterlogged slab right there, but it makes it easier so I'm not like dropping into the holes or anything like that. But anyway, I'm thinking that, yeah, Crescent Moon Port works. I actually like the sound of that. Start thinking of a little bit of a story for the builds that I'm going to be doing here in this nice little Crescent Moon Lagoon here. But yeah, my thought process is that pathway blocks are more or less fine for the time being until I can start getting more wheat and stuff like that going. I do plan on fencing this off so that the animals stay out. But I wanted to kind of have the farm him in my little pathway that I'm going to be putting in through here. I'm going to detail a little bit more kind of off camera, like bring it down a little bit over here and have it kind of swing this direction to where the rest of the pathway blocks that I put in that you guys just saw in that little cutaway that I did with the building and stuff like that. So, but I'm actually pretty happy so far with how the house is turning out. My only complaint is that I don't, I might have to do a little bit of exploring to kind of figure out where the heck a spruce biome's going to be at because I looked up a color palette and they said that spruce planks and stuff like that goes really well with acacia. And before I even started doing the walls, I actually went in and got a couple of different terracottas because I've never built with it before as far as using it for color. And I went over to the mesa. I tried the different ones in the build. Thought it's like, well, it's lighter. Let's see if I can offset it a little bit and not have it as far as like being too red because then that kind of blends too much with the orange. But I decided to go with this actual brown terracotta. I think it looks really quite nice. And I'm going to be doing more detailing in the housing inside the house. Like you guys can see here, I got supports already up for the second floor that I'm going to be putting in because a single floor like this on how I did it, it's just pretty much a T. That's all it is. But I'm going to want some more room so I can actually have a proper bedroom and stuff like that. So like the stairs will start here and it'll actually go past the windows that I have here that I'm going to go and make some glass to pop into the windows. It's a little kitchen area. I think I plan on using this strictly for the kitchen, stuff like that. But yeah, the stairs will go here. Underneath the stairs, I might put in like a cupboard that goes down into like my storage room and stuff like that. But that is pretty much the plan for the time being. Oh, there's first Enderman. Don't look at him. That stop it. I hope it rains. I hope it rains. Because then it makes you leave me alone. But yeah, this little area, I'm going to make this into a little covered garden area. The fence posts that I have coming down here are kind of have a dual purpose. I have an idea of using them as like quote unquote rain gutters. That's why the ground here has collected right here in this little section. I think it actually works pretty well. So I'll be making campfires to spread across here to actually have kind of like more open style garden. That's kind of my idea for that. Ow. And then I might actually come out here and put in some flower boxes to kind of help give the build some depth. Because the inset windows that I did here, I like how I did this. I kind of did it on a whim because I didn't want to do the usual four corners here and then have everything inset. It just feels a little too claustrophobic. So do not to worry, I will be texturing this guy out just a little bit more and giving a touch more detail for the time being, though. I think it's just a matter of me just kind of working around here and figuring out, okay, do I want to make like my farm pens over here for like all the cows and the chickens and stuff like that. But big plans, big plans because I want to turn this into a big trading port eventually. May have extended out a little bit because it is kind of inset here with the actual village, but I think it's going to be looking pretty fantastic once I'm fully start fleshing it out just a little bit more in my mind as far as how I want to build it, that sort of a thing. But yeah, over here might might end up making another town. Might do some villager transports later down the line so I can inhabit a village that I build over here as far as, hey, this is on the trade route. You're going over here to Crescent Moon Port. You know, it could be a big old trade route, kind of similar to the Silk Road back in ancient times and stuff like that. But that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking around. I would appreciate you guys going and putting in the comments ideas for me for what I could potentially do. I got plenty myself, but I want to get your guys' input on this. But until next time, guys, thank you very much for stopping in and watching the video. Don't forget to do all the YouTube stuff for me. And I hope you guys have a good one. Bye bye.